Hey guys, coming to you from an unusual location today, the park. So I am in week 5 of my 4th class at New England College. This is my quantitative research class. And this week will be a lot of reading and writing papers. Usually every week you have a discussion board post due, but this week I don't have one due, which is cool. So usually the deadlines for that are on a Thursday to put your initial post up, and then by Sunday at midnight to respond to your classmates. But this week I don't have to do that. This week we are writing about research methodology, and so I've been immersing myself in my paradigm, my research paradigm, and I'll put that in the tags for anybody that happens to be searching for this. So mine is, and like I'm just learning it, so forgive me that I have to think for a second what it's called. Interpretivist. That's my research paradigm. All of this terminology is like, I can't even believe I'm speaking these words. Like they don't even seem like English. So the ontology of the interpretist methodology, it shares the same ontology as the constructivist methodology, the constructivist paradigm, which is that there are no universal truths. And so where they differ is in their epistemology. This is all so funny to me to like be speaking this language. I'm only in my first year of my doctorate. I know like as I get closer to the end of my doctorate, I will feel less uncomfortable and less inclined to laugh. Like I will get the giggles out of like using these words. But the epistemology differs from like me being interpretivist as opposed to oh my gosh, and it just fell out of my head, constructivist, is that the constructivist epistemology believes that you're co-constructing the reality with people, and the interpretivist paradigm believes that you are discovering the interpretation of the event, like the reality, whatever it is. So as the researcher, it's my job to like interpret people's experiences, basically. And my research methodology, which is what I'm focusing on this week, it's a word that I am not sure I'm fully pronouncing correctly, but again, I'll put that in the tags for this video, which is heuristic inquiry method. And the heuristic inquiry method fits well with like my general orientation of being an indigenous and decolonizing researcher. But the heuristic inquiry method is one where there is no end to the story. It's constantly being interpreted. And there are other paradigms that believe that, but like the no universal truths thing is like where I keep coming back to on why I'm not, why I don't align with the pragmatist or pragmatic, whatever it's called, and the subjective, like those other beliefs about experiences, because I believe that we are all experiencing the same event, but we experience it differently because of how we interpret that event, and how we interpret it evolves. Like there is no beginning, middle, or end. It's like ongoing, because the more tools we get as human beings to process events that we've gone through, it's going to change, like the more tools we get. And if, you know, an individual stops growing, then they're always going to look back at that event like the way that they've always looked back at it. But if you continue growing, you can look back at a particular event and have a different perspective of like what actually was happening. So, yeah, so that's really what I'm immersing myself in this week. And it's really exciting because it's just allowing me to feel, and that is okay. And even though I have the giggles for sure with like this terminology, I feel really good. Into my fourth class, I'm feeling really good. I am actually feeling like I'm a researcher. And this is something that I didn't know looking into a doctoral journey, which is the whole point of all these videos that I'm uploading, is like to give people information that I couldn't find when I was looking to embark upon earning my doctorate degree. That where it differs from the master's degree is like, you have to want to become a researcher. And I really had never thought that that's what a doctorate degree prepared you to do. I don't know what I thought it prepared me to do. My program is a professional doctorate, so I'm not just going to stop at research. I'm going to be doing something that like people can take action on. It's something that I could implement, if I was in a position to do that. But I never thought of myself as a researcher and like that being my motivation. Like I want to learn how to do research. I think of that as like a scientist, and we do use a scientific method. It is a science, it's not an art, but heuristic inquiry is a little bit art because you're feeling, and that element I'm really drawn to because, again, being an Indigenous and decolonizing researcher, tacit knowledge, that which you can feel, but it can't be observed or even explained, like that's a part of the heuristic inquiry method. And so that's me. So yeah, I never thought of myself as a researcher, but 4 classes in, I am feeling like I am a researcher, and I do have this capacity to take in this knowledge and like produce something that's really going to be helpful to the people that I'm researching. And then there was another point that I wanted to make in this video. Oh, my next class will be Dissertation 1. I will have New England College's Doctorate in Educational Leadership. This online program has 3 dissertation classes in the curriculum. So I will begin Dissertation 1 in September. So that's like kind of getting started on writing it. But the professor for that class said like, what we do in Dissertation 1 is like nowhere near what the final dissertation is going to look like. But it's starting the process, and so that is exciting. So I hope that these videos are helpful for you all. It's summer in New England, and so I just thought I would take my readings for this week out into the park, get off the computer, and then I realized, hey, you just finished week 4. You've got to upload a video for your 16 subscribers. So I hope that this video is helpful, that you are gaining something from watching and learning, from a married working mom to 2 school-age kids. What does this program look like? Can you do it? And I think you can do it. I think you can do it. If you're good with your time management, like I have time to be reading in the park right now. I have about another hour before I have to be anywhere, and I finished my reading, so I'm just like here processing, and I remembered to do that video. So if you do time management well, you can do this. And I 3 classes ago, I wish I had known that. I would have felt more confident about embarking on this journey, but this week I feel good about it. So I hope this is helpful. Bye.